Today's Let It Hatch tells the story of the resurrection and re-education of Stymie, the unsuccessful frog from week 3. The soundtrack is OK Ultra by Minneapolis band Good Doom. This story is a sequel to In the Pail by Jeff Alston, in which one frog gave up hope and died in the cream before the other frog liberated itself from the pail, turning the cream into butter. Our hero, Stymie, is less than enthusiastic about the idea that liberation lies in the form of these 3 personal development books, and I can relate. So it falls to our savior frog to remind Stymie that the force that turned our cream into butter is the remarkable creative force of compound interest. Stymie enjoys his first lesson, in which he's taught that one can befriend an entity called Big Mo in much the same way that one can wind up a merry-go-round. The idea here is that with enough practice and repetition, any behavior, good or bad, becomes automatic over time. Once we've unlearned habits that demonstrably weren't serving us, then we can cultivate new habits. There is, I think, a risk that this idea of eliminating bad habits can lead to some oppressive application of plows and harrows to uproot certain aspects of oneself. Even for Harding, material stuff can't really recruit your heart, soul, and gut into the fight. Some key words that have come up today have been gut, heart, soul, and faith. We're going to return to all of those in future weeks. In the meantime, we're going to add 2 more, feeling and emotion, by turning to Hill. In a chapter on faith, Hill declares in capital letters that thoughts which are mixed with any feelings or emotions constitute a magnetic force which attracts from the vibrations of the ether other similar or related thoughts. A thought thus magnetized with emotion may be compared to a seed that, when planted in fertile soil, germinates, grows, and multiplies. Better learn about the emotions then. According to Hill, there are 7 positive emotions, and these are desire, faith, love, sex, enthusiasm, romance, and hope. That's a pretty weird list of emotions. Is sex an emotion? Is faith an emotion? These are questions to which we're going to want to return, but not before we've uprooted a pretty bad habit that we discover in Hill & Co. And that's fuzziness regarding the definition of certain terms. Faith is one, but also feelings, emotions, and the mind. Stymie tried his hardest to do what the savior frog demanded, but it just left him feeling ashamed about being bad. Then one morning, a human decided to connect with Stymie. He saw the frog outside his window and decided to connect with him, inspired by a nice synchronicity in the Ken Wilber Mind Valley quest that he had turned to that morning.
What did the very first frog look like? A single frog would never work. There has to be, at the very least, 2 frogs, right? And they have to merge together.
Entering the close proximity of this dejected, fictional, dead frog, the human wondered, does he even have a name?
My name is Stymie.
That's a very strange name, responded the human.
I'm a dead, fictional, telepathic frog.
Well, both as that and as your unique self, I think that you, Stymie, might be just the assistant that I need to help remedy some errors that we've just encountered in Hill. This book, which is subtitled Joy, Sorrow, and the Feeling Brain, is where I think we need to turn next Saturday to get a working definition of the word feeling. Are you going to join me, Stymie?
Okay.
And so it was. The human and the frog set to work, preparing their video for next Saturday. We'll be returning to Think and Grow Rich in about a month after seeing what grows from thinking about what we mean by the words feeling, emotion, and faith. Courtesy, next Saturday, of Antonio Damasio. The theme for week 5 is beyond our ideas of good and bad. We'll be beginning tomorrow again with that Rumi poem. I'm happy to share and to show that Stymie is doing much better. We've discovered that he's very enthusiastic about dancing, and he has a natural appreciation for the circulation and the flow of energy. So he will be IntoThe Field's resident energy medicine instructor. So friends, there is a garden in your subconscious mind. You can plant seeds there. they will grow. But there are as many different ways of planting seeds as there are different types of field or indeed people. Some of them are quite curious. Stymie is excited to share.